1, 2, 3. Action. Yeah, what is up guys? Farhan here with Zah once again. And today we have Ethan over here. How are you, man?
Hi, I'm good.
Thank you so much for coming on the show. And wow, you know what, Zah? I know that we have reviewed the FZ16.
But same thing, right?
I know it's the same bike same engine, but this is a variation of it.
This is the OG.
OG.
Okay.
So it does count as a different bike.
Okay lah.
And yeah, it's been a while, you know. We are hoping that, not hoping lah, we didn't expect that to review FZ16, even though it's one of the more
common
bikes.
Yeah. It's like the RX.
Yeah, no?
Last time RX is common, right? Today now FZ16 is the common one. I think it take over the position from the RX, because you know RX 2-stroke, right? Now this one 4-stroke.
But it's a dying breed lah. No? Right. So before Ethan tell us a story about his FZ16, we're gonna give a bit of background about it. Modeled on the 2016 Yamaha FZ1, the Yamaha FZ16 is a standard class of motorcycle, primarily marketed at developing markets. Over the years, numerous updates and improvements have been made to the FZ platform, currently marketed as the FZS. This first version of the FZ16 was in production from 2008 till 2014. 153cc, single-cylinder, air-cooled 4-stroke, 2-valve SOHC, with a carburetor fuel system and a 5-speed manual transmission. In Singapore, the Yamaha FZ16 was once a common motorcycle on the streets. Strict vehicle control laws dwindled its population significantly. Alright guys, so shout out to our sponsor Liqui Moly.
Do check out their online store for awesome motorbike care related products.
Support us by clicking on the link below to view the range of products,
or use our promo code upon checking out.
Alright, so Ethan, I know that you've ridden this bike since when? September, right?
September this year. Yeah, correct.
I understand that you rode class 2 before, class 2A before.
Correct.
Why you decided to get an FZ16?
Okay, because of my studies and work, right? So next year end, I'll be leaving the country for a year. Then of course, you know, Henichi, you want to get a bigger bike, a nice bike. But then after discussing with my friends and workshops, right, the 2B bike is the most convenient one, it's the cheapest, and it gets me around places. The best part is, after the COE of this bike ends, I can just leave the country without any worries, come back again, and then get the bike that I really want.
Next year, where will you be travelling to?
A lot of places.
Wow. What do you do actually?
Actually, I'm studying nautical studies, so I'll be sailing on board vessels. If I ever made it all the way through, then I'll be sailing on board vessels.
Oh,
so
awesome.
Follow the boat, see where the boat goes to, there I go.
So off camera we'll discuss about this. But then this bike, I understand that you told us that this bike is already get the COE expire.
In 1 year only.
1 year already.
So it's from September this year to September 2022 next year. So important thing is this bike gets me from wherever I want to go, from point A to B, school, home, work, everywhere lah. Go meet friends, bring Zabo, go Paktor.
That's why dealership and box important.
Of course lah.
So before you were riding this bike, what were you riding?
Okay, so you know, Asian families, family don't let you buy your own bike. So before that, I've been renting bikes. Yeah, so I ridden on the KTM 200, Super 4, 400X, and these are just some of the few examples lah. Until recently, few months back, I saw on Carousel KTM 125 Duke going for a very low price with a COE left with 2 months. So okay, buy and try. So after I buy and try, right, wow, very convenient. Go from home to school only 30 minutes, 40 minutes. Then after the COE end, right, that's when I really go and hunt for another bike already. So keep on hunting, talk to friends, talk to workshops, and talk to a lot of people lah. And that's how I got this bike.
I see. So how much did you bought this bike?
Okay, so this bike, I got it for about less than 3K, slightly more than 2K.
But COE going to die anyway, right?
COE is going to die anyways lah, yeah, correct. So I got it from a dealership, so it comes with a warranty lah. So throughout the warranty period, I got some stuff change. And then, you know, dealership, they want to avoid some of the stuff, right? So other stuff, I have to get it changed myself outside. Because I have no idea what the previous owner do, and I took over this bike with quite a handful of issues also.
Oh my gosh, what happened? Yeah. Okay, don't mind me asking, what kind of issues did you actually face?
Okay, so the very big and main thing will be the carburetor.
Okay.
So the previous owner changed to a different carburetor. My mileage, I'm getting about less than 200. I had to pump another full tank already.
Oh.
Yeah, about I can push to maybe a 200, but that's the new pump already.
Oh.
And then it's not tuned properly, so I always have this jerking feel. There's too much air going in. So that one I got it changed. The headlight, there's a crack on the inside, so I had to change it also.
Water going inside the headlight.
Not water going, somehow there's a crack over there. So the whole thing is like that. Like the bottom of it lah. The chain also was rusted. So all these stuff I had to change. Some by myself, some by the dealership themselves lah. Correct.
So the sprocket, you told us, I don't know what the hell you do to it.
Yeah, so when I go to my own trusted shop, the mechanic open up the stuff, right? A lot of things he ask me, where you get this stuff from? Why these stuff like different from original one? Then he will compare the original stuff and what he found in my bike. And then I see, right, it's like same but different. Yeah.
Same but different.
Same but different. Correct.
Previous owner, what the previous owner was doing with this bike?
No,
Ask the previous owner lah.
But I think by what you told us, I think the previous owner want to make this bike go fast only.
Must be Melayu. Must be mat rempit one.
So basically, when you got this bike, it's like that lah.
It's like that lah. So I only changed the inside stuff, the outside stuff, the color, the rims, the pattern, all these are the same.
Even the Yoshi exhaust also.
Even the Yoshi exhaust.
You buy basically together with the exhaust.
Everything comes together. The exhaust got cert. So don't need to report me, guys.
Before I like scrap this bike, the pipe.
All the useful things I take.
Take out
Sell to Malaysia or what? Even the box also got value on it.
Everything got value here.
I have to say the previous owner, he put the headlight cowling. It's like, wait, stylo. So
I think he want aesthetic, he wants style, and he also want to go fast. That's all I can say lah.
Sorry to say, it's a class 2B. How fast can you go?
Yeah, that's right.
How fast? Not very fast lah. 2B lah.
Previously, when this bike just came out, I think it's about the same time as you bought your Hidayah, right?
Oh, it was very popular.
This bike was like so popular everywhere.
It dominated the city streets. It was like the Gilera.
Yeah. And then I went riding with some of the FZ16 group, At that time I was riding the Gilera. And then they were talking about want to bore, make it a bigger bore to make it faster. Sial lah. This is a 160 bike. This is a, what, 150
160.
160.
The FZ16, yeah.
It's a 160 bike. How fast you want to go?
In your heart, you say lah.
No, I actually say lah, a single cylinder bike. How fast you want to go? 100, 150?
Okay, you think of this way lah. Think of this way. Whenever a new things come out in the market, people go and buy. So everyone will go and buy the new thing. And then what they will do after they buy? Bored of it so they start to discuss, can zeng what can do this, can do that Then everyone will go and do it also. Yeah, so it's like a trend going on. Then after it will die all the way down. Another new thing come, the cycle repeats.
Yeah. True. I agree.
Just to be clear, boring an engine is actually illegal just to let you know. So
unless you overhaul, then you need to smoothen.
So you pandai-pandai. I don't want to say but I just want to make it clear out there So don't do this kind of things So anyway, Ethan, how's the riding posture like for you, and how's the performance like comparing to other bikes you have ridden before?
Okay, so let's start with the riding posture lah. So for riding posture, it's very comfortable because my handlebar here, right, is actually an extended one. It's longer than the original one. Correct. So it's quite comfortable for me, especially someone with broad size. No, fat.
You tall lah, you just curious.
About 172, 173, yeah, around there.
So you're not like.
No, it's very comfortable for me lah. My back's still alive. Performance, of course, as I mentioned, I rode like 2A bikes and stuff like that. So, of course, this bike cannot compare to what a 2A bike can offer lah. And then you also cannot go too fast because it's an old bike. If you go too fast, right, you can actually feel the engine stressing out. And then you will start to feel a little bit of heat. And of course, that is not healthy lah. So, 2B bike, just try to maintain your speed about 90 to 100 around there lah. I mean, that's the speed limit of the expressway also. So, just stay legal.
I understand that they already changed the carburetor.
Correct.
Of course, definitely they will have already messed around with the fuel consumption.
Yeah, correct.
But how big is the fuel tank, and how far can you actually travel on a full tank?
Okay, so I googled about this bike. The fuel tank they told me was about 12 liters, but I think it's not about 12. It's slightly less than 12. Maybe about 10. So with the previous carburetor, right, my mileage, like I mentioned, was less than 200. The most I can go is like 200 plus a bit. But after I change back to the original carburetor, I can get 300 plus. My mileage can get 300 plus kilometers.
Okay, not
But to
bad.
be safe, I pump at every 300 lah. So whenever I pump, it will be about 8 to 9 liters around there. So that means this gives me about 33 to 35 kilometer per liter.
Okay, not
which
too
is
bad
actually quite good for a 2B bike lah. Not the best, but it's like the average. Correct.
Yeah, you can ride to Pago, then top up, then continue to KL.
Continue again, right? Yeah.
You go touring also, I'm not surprised some people also go touring with this bike before.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a chance to send it for maintenance?
Maintenance wise, I only send it for about 3 servicing so far.
Servicing, so
Because my usage is quite heavy, so my servicing can get quite often also lah.
I see.
Correct. So I have done about 3 servicings and just a very simple thing. I've changed the engine oil, changed the filter, the oil filter, and then the air filter is aftermarket part. So that one just need to blow a bit and then you can just use it again. Yeah.
Is it on the high side?
You mean maintenance wise? The cost?
Yeah, the cost.
The cost is very standard lah. Most of the time it's just the engine oil. So engine oil costs about 15 to 20 plus, depend on what type of oil you are getting and how is your usage lah.
Yeah.
Where
correct.
did you go to service a bike?
Where do I go? So I go to this very underrated shop that you can find in Kaki Bukit, but not a lot of people know about the shop.
You want to share or not?
Later I tell you lah.
Okay, off camera.
Later I tell you.
Sorry.
Yeah lah. I mean, I understand. There is also a particular shop that I always go to have my engine oil change. But it's underrated. It's not many people, and then the mechanic is good. Right?
Correct.
After that, because it was discussed among the CB190X group, group chat. Then we all agree that we do not want to like share about this bike, this workshop. It's selfish of us lah, but
It's selfish lah, but I would recommend it to my friends who need like this kind of simple servicing.
Yeah.
But I won't share like openly like go and tell everyone that this shop is here.
otherwise everybody will flock to the shop.
Actually,
And then
I feel guilty. You know Abun, right? I share Abun. I do about Abun. People all go to him, right? Then he overwhelmed with customers also.
Spoil market.
And some more he work alone.
yeah lah. That's why there are certain workshop we don't really want to share openly, because why? We don't want them to. Every time we go, at least we get special service, and then we get what do you call that? The service time is faster.
So you don't want them to be flooded with customers lah.
If you know, you know lah.
Yeah lah.
Okay lah, understand. I know that this bike going to scrap soon, but
Do you really want to
you keep
scrap
this bike, or you really,
scrap this
or
bike?
you just for the purpose of riding it only?
Actually, the main point now for me will be getting from A to B lah. Because I travel around a lot. So with a bike, it is my convenience really by a lot. So when I buy this bike, my mentality was to use it until the COE end and then scrap it. So I can just go out to sea without any worries, without anything left behind that I have to settle again. Correct. Because if I leave this bike here, I renew, or maybe I get a nice bike, I have to pay the loan. I'll be paying for things that I'm not using. So that makes the part where it's not worth already. Yeah, correct.
Like season parking or
But I think this bike, if you sell nearing the COE 1 to N, you sell it away. People will still want to buy.
People still want,
People
because-
still want to buy.
Yeah, actually, I'm thinking of it because I saw a lot on Carousel, right? Yeah, so I'm actually thinking maybe towards the end, go and post it on Carousel, go and test the market a bit lah.
or you decay, bro.
Oh yeah,
you decay
the Yoshi, the box.
Then you just scrap the chassis.
Correct.
Yeah,
Actually, all these things I've been thinking of it, but it's still the future is still very far away lah. So can use first, just use first lah. Then by then we decide again.
that's what you say. The future is still far away. Then the next thing you know, September already.
Very fast, no joke, very
I get that lah.
Now already want to end of the year.
Yeah, that's why.
I know in 3 months you ready this, but who would you say I don't know if you even make this anymore. No? Is it still have?
The new version is the FZS.
FZ16.
Yeah.
FZ16.
X.
FZ16.
God.
Yeah, and India one. FZ16.
Okay, so who would you say that the FZ16 is for?
So FZ16, right? I feel that it's good for new riders, especially those that just passed your 2B. You want to try a bike, and you want to keep it like budget friendly lah. Go and give it a try or what. You can easily get this FZ on Carousel, maybe a COE with 3 to 6 months for maybe 2K or even less than 2K. I saw some going at 1.3.
Yep.
So it's a bike you can go and try lah, go and test out if you like riding or not. this kind of thing before you eventually settle down on a
actual dream bike.
Yeah,
dream bike.
on your dream bike.
So you can say this bike macam motor rolling. Touch and go.
Also with this bike, right, because previously I have not ridden, I only ride rental bikes, so of course the maintenance, I don't need to worry about anything. And then with the KTM that lasted for 2 months only, right, it's a KTM, so the issues also not much. I mean, there's no issues at all. Plus it's only 2 months. So this bike really makes me learn a lot of stuff about riding, the components in the motorbike, this and that. And also, very grateful that a lot of my friends are actually helping me along the way. So I can give a shout out to maybe Jordan, Ziming, and Kartik. So these are a few people that. Correct. So these are a few people that I always go to for advice and they are the one that actually give me the advice, the consultation, on what I should do next, or maybe is it worth to invest in another bike or this and that. Yeah, correct.
For me, I have to comment that I think the previous owner really loved this bike. That's why he do all this. I mean, it's blue. It's the tire, the rims are wrapped. There's so much aftermarket accessories.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, I think he really loved this bike. He treasured this bike. But I think maybe because the COE going to end.
Or maybe he already got a bigger bike.
He got another bike already. Yeah.
So he sells away lah.
So since I take over this bike, then it's my turn to care for this baby. Yeah, correct.
So after this, after let's say you come back from overseas, what is your dream bike? You really want to get one?
Bike. So I was looking at the MT series, 07, 09. But I think since my riding experience is still not up there yet, right? I think for starter I can get a MT 07. I mean, some might say it's not worth because it's between the higher and the lower CC, and some also might say it's a good class 2 bike to actually go and try it first because it's not that powerful yet it has some power over there. And Yamaha, very hard to go wrong with Yamaha lah. The parts are quite common. Even MT series are very MT by itself, but the parts are still quite available in the market as well. Because at the end of the day, it's still a Yamaha.
That's the beauty of Japanese bikes, especially.
Yeah.
It's so common. You go anywhere, everywhere, the parts common have. Once come to us, you just order.
Easy.
Cheap, very good.
Mechanics all know how to do also.
Easy to maintain some more.
Yeah, that's why.
That's the beauty of this FZ16. My personal opinion, I'm glad that we had it on the show. Like finally, the most used to be the common bike in Singapore. Oh, then we learned about the history. I mean, it was so common that everywhere you go,
FZ16. It's like it will take over the RXZ status.
From delivery riders to students to a lot of people.
There's no stigma with this bike, like all young.
Everyone using it. And then they zeng it the way they like it.
Yeah, Ethan, once again, thank you for sharing your ride with us. This FZ16, I mean, it's a very common bike, once a very common bike on the road. But now the population is dying down, but I think it's still fairly common.
Yeah, true. Definitely, they already come up with a new version of the FZ series bike. This one will be like what? Very soon? In a few years' time? Already a dinosaur.
Maybe go to Indonesia.
I think the latest registration date was maybe 2012 or 2013. So by 2023 or 5, I think a lot will be out already.
Yeah.
Well, at least we get it on the show lah.
Yeah, true.
To preserve its
heritage. memory. Preserve its memory.
Hopefully, maybe to be riders out there, maybe if you used to ride this bike, you probably will blow up memories. Any riders who want to review the bike, you can touch us on our social media pages below.
If you have any comments, suggestions, feedbacks, or any experience you want to share with this bike, put them in the comment section below. Like and share this video with your riding kakis, and don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to support us as well as our awesome sponsor, Liqui Moly. Do check out their online store for the whole range of motorbike care products and use our promo code upon checking out.
And don't forget to check out our Shopee also. You can purchase our merch.
So many platforms.
If you want this shirt, you can also check it there and pre-order form below. And that's it for the vlog. We will see you in the next one. So many platforms.